One thing that everyone agrees upon is that Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 comes with its fair share of battery issues, and I am sure you want your Watch 4 to last at least 1.5 days on a single charge. But can it last 1.5 days though? Yes, it will last 1.5 days if you follow all the Watch 4 battery life saving tips I am about to tell you. The first and foremost tip is to use a simple watch face. One that is not animation heavy and keeps the always on display enabled. Instead, use the raise wrist to wake display feature on the watch and disable the use touchscreen to wake the display, as this setting tend to consume more power. And if you are making your own watch face, then try to find a black wallpaper. Because Watch 4 comes with a Super AMOLED display, if you don't know, then let me tell you that AMOLED displays tend to consume less battery to produce a black color. It's because the individual LED on an AMOLED display gets turned off to produce the color black. The next thing you should do is disable the feature you don't use. For instance, if you don't keep track of stress, then there is no point in keeping the feature enabled. Change the measure stress continuously settings to measure the stress manually. Similarly, if you are not an athlete or actively monitor heart rate for any major changes, then change track heart rate continuously settings to track it every 10 minutes. Don't worry, whenever you will work out, the Watch 4 will track your heart rate continuously during the workout session. Likewise, I didn't find blood oxygen a useful metric in this or any other smartwatch to be particularly useful metric. Another feature that can be a major battery drain is automatic activity detection, and the biggest drawback for me is that most often than not, I start tracking my activity before I actually begin my activity. Watch 4 can detect my activity, but it waits for 10 minutes before pulling the trigger. It means Watch 4 continuously tries to analyze whether I am working out or not, even if I am running after a bus. That's why I would recommend disabling it to increase the battery life on your watch. I mean, you can always use the active watch face and keep your favorite workout on the watch face ready to go. My next suggestion will be customizing the home key to open recent apps. I personally tend to forget closing the apps when I am done with them on the Watch 4, so reprogramming the home keys comes in very handy. You get close all options that closes all the apps at once. To customize the option, go to settings, advanced features, customize keys and select the first option. Double press on the next screen, select the recent app options. The next option will be to review the location permission granted to the various apps. Because if the location is active most of the time, then the battery will also drain faster. Go to the location option under settings, tap on permissions. Now on the next screen you will be able to see apps that you have granted GPS permissions. Make sure there is not any unnecessary app in the allowed option. Only apps that you need to use should be available there. Also, make sure that the location is turned off every once in a while when you use the watch. Some useful tips that everyone knows but doesn't use are keeping Bluetooth and Wi-Fi turned off when you don't need them. So if you have a phone next to you and don't need notifications right now, feel free to turn off the Bluetooth. Similarly, while gestures are pretty useful, but they also tend to put a strain on the battery. If you think all that is too much, then I would recommend using power saving profile. This will turn off all the unnecessary features until you need them back again. So those are all the settings that you should use to get the most battery life on the watch. I assure you that you will notice some significant battery improvement if you go with the Watch 4. Those were all the Samsung Galaxy Watch 4 settings that I use to get the most out of the battery life. Do you have any hidden tips which you use to get battery life? Make sure to share with me or fellow Watch 4 users down below. So that's all for today. Make sure to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already. Press the thumbs up button as it helps other users find out that you found the video helpful. See you guys next time.